This? No. Just close this a little bit. हा हा येतोय. त्याच्या आधीचं त्याच्या आधीचं
Test.
म्हणजे
Test. Nice.
हा असंच येतं ना. मग सुरुवात आपण डायरेक्ट सुरू करू ना ते का करू का? मी नंतर मी असं देणार होतो. फ्लाईट मोडमध्ये आहे ना. आपणास तरी फोन यायचा.
We all bow with deepest devotion to our Holy Mother, our Sadguru. And we ask for Shri Mataji's permission to start with the second seminar of vertical growth, the Nirmal Chitta. Dear brothers and sisters here in Capella and all over the world, this is a very special moment. This is the second seminar of the vertical growth. And we all know that times are a bit difficult, but Shri Mataji has given us everything to go deep down, to meet her, and to become absolutely one with her. For those who are watching us through Zoom or maybe through YouTube, we are here in Cabela Liguri. This is the place where Shri Mataji had spent so many years. There's no other place where she had spent so many years of her life. And when you watch all these beautiful items that you see here on stage, which had been collected with so much love, and now they are presented to you. You see 10 different crowns, which all had been offered here in Cabela to the lotus feet of Shri Mataji, to crown her as the Queen of Sahasrara, to crown her as our Guru. You can see, if you watch all these beautiful items, you can see her beautiful lotus feet, which were at some point printed into some material that allowed us to reproduce her lotus feet, and you see them here. So these are actually Shri Mataji's lotus feet, the print of Shri Mataji's lotus feet. And what you see also on the side, on the right side of Shri Mataji's picture, this is the olive stick of the Sri Guru, so that she might guide us with her love. And for her love, there are all these flowers offered to her. And if we look to the back, we see this tree, which has been planted recently. It's the vertical growth tree. So this tree is very symbolic for something which lies within all of us. And to ignite this fire of meditation, this cooling fire of meditation, we meet here. For today's program, we lead you through some presentations of the different aspects of attention. So as we say, today is the day of Nirmal. About Nirmal Chitta, ask some questions. And there are people who want to answer. Has been in Sahaja Yoga because Nirmala Vidya Amruta offers them to you. But there are so many words which Sri Mataji had been told only to people who were just around her. And there were some people who were around her a lot. And those people are waiting for you to share whatever they have received. But before we talk too much, before I talk too much, let us please, from the bottom of our heart, invite Sri Mataji with the arti, garland her, and offer a beautiful bunch of flowers. And then the book, the e-book of Nirmala Chitta will also be offered to Sri Mataji, but Sandeep will explain more about it. Please let us get up for the arti. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Matali Shri Nirmala Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasra Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji Shri Devi Namo Shri Jai. Now, the ebook Nirmala Chitta is offered to Shrimataji. And this ebook you can watch in the internet, you can go through it, you can discover all the different speeches, all the wonderful items that Shrimataji has left us as her heritage. We offer to Shrimataji's lotus feet the Nirmala Chitta ebook printed out.
देवा तुझी गणेशु सकलमति प्रकाशु मनोवृत्ति दासु अवधारी जो
This gentle music that we just heard represents so much what we feel now being here in Capella. We thought it would be much too hot. And now there is a gentle breeze. Perfect. And everything is so mild in the love of our Sri Adi Guru. For those who are watching on Zoom, can use some ice packs here in the hangar, and also some sugar and jaggery which had been prepared. And maybe at home, you also want to prepare these items in order to cool down the liver and in order to enjoy much more. So please, if you are close to anything like sugar or ice pack, get it now. And those who are in the hangar, they are fine, because you will be provided with those things. And now I have the great honor to invite our dear Sandeep. There's no need to invite or to present him, because everybody knows that he had been in the service of Shri Mataji for so many years. Since 1972, he is in Sahaja Yoga since he was a very small child. And please listen to our dear Sandeep.
Salutations again and again. Param Pujya Shri Mataji. So before we make this little presentation on the book and share with you, I just wanted to share a few words on this vertical growth initiative that we have. So really, we wanted to bring forth the great splendor of the teachings of our Divine Guru, that we can imbibe those teachings and naturally become part of us. So we started with this ebook, which is a very beautiful compilation of Shri Mataji's her direct guidance that we have tried to put together in different books. So the first book you saw was about Nirmal Dhyana meditation that was presented at the time of Sasrara. Today it is a great honor and privilege that we can make this very humble offering at the lotus feet of our Divine Guru. It's really an expression of our love. We, as all the Sahajogis of the world, wish to thank our dear mother, our Divine Guru, for the great blessing. Especially we are looking at the Guru Puja time for the Vishwa Nirmala Dharma that she has, and the state of yoga, the Sahaj spontaneous union that she has bestowed on us. Our humble, hearty desire from heart is through our own personal growth, our vertical growth, that we go deeper in Sahaja Yoga, that we deepen in our axis, that we sustain our spiritual values, awareness, to really reach this blissful state of Nirananda in this lifetime. So this is really how we would like to prepare ourselves for her 100th birth anniversary. The vertical growth initiative is really to grow in our caliber, in our depth, to please our Divine Mother. We know there is nothing else but her. It is all about, thanks to her that we are here today. It's to realize in our hearts the immense work, her blessings, the protections that she has given to us, to our families, to all the yogis, to all the humanity. So with this humble feeling in our heart, we really offer all our love, dedication at her lotus feet as a part of this vertical growth. So it's about really preparing ourselves for the 100th birth anniversary. It is a unique, very unique, unprecedented occasion, as we celebrate the greatest of all the incarnations. We humbly desire, Mother, that we reach that state of Turiya. We reach, we become master ourselves in the state, in the fourth dimension that you have bestowed on us. And really connect with our Holy Mother, which manifests in Satchitananda, in the highest of the blessings that one can experience. So really our vision behind this was to obey Sri Mataji, follow her guidance. In 2008, right from this dais here, she had said that raise your hands and promise me who will become gurus and guruis. And all of us, we had raised our hands. So now it is really the time that we act and deliver on our promise. So it is about really trying to assist each other now to grow deeper, in our spiritual awareness, gaining inspiration from Sri Mataji's speeches, her direct guidance. So this is a little, very, very little humble offering that we would like to offer at her lotus feet. Hoping, Mother, we are able to please you with this little offerings that we want to offer at the 100th birthday. It is very important that we really prepare ourselves, that we take on to the journey of introspection, of spiritual growth, of meditation, of cleansing our subtle system. That we come ready, we as a humble flowers, we reach to that state of nirvikalpa, of that ananya bhakti, that will help us clean and reach this pure state of meditation. So, since this is a very beautiful occasion of Guru Puja, our desire is to experience this beautiful Chaitanya, the vibrations, the state of self-realization. That manifest ultimately in this beautiful state of Satchitananda. So last time we talked about Nirmal Dhyana, the importance of meditating every day, morning, evening, 10 minutes. I hope from the workshop from last time we were able to do something of that kind, but also we underlined how important it is to meditate collectively. Get collectively together, because our growth comes when we are all together. So that was really the topic of Nirmal Dhyana, and we all very much remember that nothing, even the dhyana is not possible, the meditation is not possible without our mother's blessings. If she doesn't open the door, if she only with her blessings, blessings of yoga, the union, we can really experience this beautiful state of meditation. Today we are going to present the book of Nirmal Chitta, and I'll give a brief introduction as a group, and looking into Sri Mataji's speeches and advices that she has given on this topic. And really, if you look at it, our attention is really so much challenged in this modern times. We are exposed to so much information, so much data, that at times we think we might suffer some loss of attention. Many times in the modern world, we talk about the span of attention, but we really don't talk about, or seldom we talk about the quality of attention, the purity of attention. So really the objective of this seminar is to bring to the attention from gross to subtle, from outside to within, to bring the attention to our spirit and most importantly, to bring the attention at the lotus feet of our divine Guru, our divine God, Shri Mataji. This is a humble effort where we have compiled excerpts of Shri Mataji's speeches to bring forth the joyful fruits, the fragrance of the enlightened attention. Humbly, we bow down to our divine Guru Shri Mataji for the blessing, the self-knowledge that she has endowed on us. So the book, if I don't know if they are going to show it on the screen, goes through these beautiful different chapters where Shri Mataji explains what is attention. Attention is the canvas of her being. And then Dr. Sujata will be talking of this a little bit more in detail. The understanding of vritti. Vritti is the temperament that our tendency to get drawn towards. So how attention and vritti are connected. What are the different types of attention? One of the things that beautifully we learned in our research was the essence of matter is attention. So, the matter is made of 5 elements, and at times the matter overrides the spirit. The 5 elements, we get too much drawn into materialism and the matter overrides the spirit. But really, in yoga, in Sahaja Yoga, it should be the other way around. The spirit overrides the matter. So how do we do that is that we need to understand the essence of matter is attention. So with blessings of Shri Mataji, really we need to have our attention on our inner state, on our spiritual growth, on her, on God Almighty. Then the book goes to identify different ways like Chitta Nirodh, which is some of the practical ways and advices of Shri Mataji to how to manage the attention. Once we know there are different kinds of attention, how to manage the attention. And then Chit Shakti, which is really the power of enlightened attention. It can really move mountains. We wanted to also share, our attention is getting tested every moment of life. I want to relate a little story, a little experience of mine in Cabella with Shri Mataji. She had bought a lot of gifts for Ganesh Puja for the children. And it was a couple of weeks before, and she said, keep it in a safe place. And then, when the Ganesh Puja will come for the children, then we will, distribute to the children. So I went up and put in a room and in a very safe place, and having it ready for whenever the occasion was going to be. So day before or the same day of when the gifts were to be distributed to the children, Shri Mataji said, go and bring those gifts. And so I went into the room where I'd put, and to my terror, the gifts were not there. Someone had very kindly moved the gifts, and I didn't know where they were. So I didn't know. I couldn't go to Shri Mataji and say, I don't know where are the gifts. So I waited, and then she went to rest. And I didn't have the courage because I couldn't find the gifts. So after she woke up from and at the tea time in the evening, I looked the whole castle. I went under the different rooms in the typical places where we used to store stuff, and there was no sign of those gifts. I looked under the bed, I looked under every possible place, and it was not there. So ultimately I had no chance but to go to her and said, Mother, I don't know, where are those gifts? She said, go in this room and look under this. Thinking within myself, like either you see, but you don't see. They were there and I was not able to see it, or it was a miracle. So I didn't know like how they could not be there and how they got there. So really inside me, I was pondering, like I was not able to see, or my attention was had some kind of a deficiency, I would say. So when finally I found, I went and she smiled and said, here it is, you see. And she said, you see. So what we couldn't see, she saw and she made us see. So this is for me was a very beautiful example of having a proper attention. So our attention gets really tested many times. Sometimes we have a very overactive attention or very lethargical attention. So having an enlightened attention, and we will be shortly sharing this with you, is really very helpful. It having an integrated attention, having a holy attention, having attention that helps us grow, that connects us with our spiritual awareness. So with this humble prayer at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji, that she harnesses, she sustains our human attention, and that we humbly pray at her lotus feet that we become, we request her help, that we always stay worthy of her divine attention. Dear Shri Mataji.
I want to tell you a little story about something which happened in Brahmapuri. There was a man whom Shri Mataji said that one day you will build a temple here. And this man had such a pure attention, and he built a temple for Shri Mataji in Brahmapuri. And since then, so many Westerners had been coming there. And this was the place of Sri Ramdasa. He found idols of Sri Sita and Sri Rama there, and of Angla Ai. And Angla means, I was told before, Angla means those who come from the West, and Ai means mother. So the mother of those who come from the West. And we all know Brahmapuri. This is the place where we felt so many vibrations, where we get so cleared out. And yes, you can always visit this temple. And in this place, in Brahmapuri, the Shri Mataji in 1975, she was invited breakfast. And there were many grown-ups and girls. Always in between, when somebody bowed down to her, she again went and bowed down in front of Shri Mataji. And then Shri Mataji said, you don't have to bow down so many times. You are a great soul. And this great soul later on was told by Shri Mataji to study Ayurveda. She was told to keep away from all the false gurus who keep Ayurveda in their hands and who just want to make money out of it. And once you go into this earning money, you cannot get out of it. And this 2-year-old girl, now she's a bit older, but she's here for you now. Welcome the great soul, Dr. Suchata.
Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. Move forward. Okay. नहीं ठीक है ठीक है थैंक यू दादा Before we start putting our attention on our human attention, we'll put our attention on the attention of divine. She is the one who is the supreme, all-pervading attention, consciousness, and awareness. So we bow to the Supreme Goddess, to Sri Mahadevi, who is Sri Mahachitta. She's the one who controls our attention. And one of her name is Sri Chitta Vilasa. She is the one through her attention enjoys, and we can enjoy the joy of creation of us through our attention. So before we start talking about different aspects of Chitta, what is Chitta, where it resides, I would like to start with a very small story. They were traveling for the first morning program, which was in one school. And while traveling, they were passing by a river called Koina. And my parents were traveling with her. When my mother saw that river, and she had this memory from her childhood, as she had spent some of years of her childhood and guest house there. And so after the program, when they went there, Shri Mataji went to her room to take rest. She was lying down, and my mother was sitting at her lotus feet. After a while, she fell asleep, and after some time, when she woke up, she looked at my mother and she said, did you take rest? Did you sleep? And my mother said, no, Shri Mataji, I mean, to be at the lotus feet of the place. Anyhow, she said, you didn't? So she said, no, Shri Mataji, look at me, because you never sleep. Your attention is working all the time. And then Shri Mataji looked at her and she smiled and she said, really? Do you feel that? You think so? They are related with the central left and right channel. And so more we go on left, right, and also in the center, these gunas, they act on our attention, and our attention gets muddled up. So we have to have she says, we have to have the knowledge of what is attention, how we can achieve it, how we can go into it. And she said, your attention is God, if you become enlightened to that extent. So it's our, how to say, we have to make this effort to see how much enlightened attention we have. So now in these different points, we'll see how we can enlighten our attention. So, and then the next is, where is our attention? So she says that in the lecture, Attention and Joy in 1977 in Bodhi, that attention is the surface or the edge of awareness. Wherever we are made aware of something, then the attention gets diverted to that point. So actually it is existing in the whole body, and it can get diverted anywhere, inside and outside the body. So in case if there is any pain, any trouble, it goes there, because it floats over the nerves. It floats over the whole nervous system. And then she says, but the controlling point of this attention is in the brain. If it is in Vishuddhi, she says that if we make a line from a Vishuddhi till the a pita of Vishuddhi, which is in our brain here. So we make a line which passes through here, so passes through Ajna till here. On this line, if we get hit, get disturbed, then we lose our attention. And then she says, if this, and then we make a line till back Ajna, and then join it with the front Vishuddhi, the front Vishuddhi and back Vishuddhi. So this is the triangle. If this area is affected, then our attention gets disturbed. And then, again, of course, we all know this, and Shri Mataji has said in a public program in Brighton, 1979, that the attention exists in the green-colored void, and it is sustained by our liver. In one public program in New York, she says in 1981 that the liver is responsible for our attention, which is so important. If your liver is not all right, your attention will be horrid. And she explains the difference between yogis and non-yogis, realized soul and non. So the non-realized can put their attention, work through their attention only through these points. But she says, when you get realized, then all your chakras, through all your chakras, you can put attention on others, and thus you can feel your chakras and chakras of others, and you can work on them. So this is the biggest difference in realized and non-realized souls in terms of attention. So how the next question is that, as we said before, that attention always gets disturbed, it gets distracted. And it is because of many things. Basically, Shri Mataji says that it gets lost because of our habits. So habits are physical, emotional, and spiritual bindings. So our attention gets lost or frittered away very easily. Gradually, it can settle down, but in the beginning, it goes out to small things, and especially on the matter. So all our habits create the bindings, and all the habits are formed because of matter, and the matter always tries to overpower our attention all the time, and that's why we form our habits. So we form physical habits, emotional and spiritual habits. So regarding this, how we get lost our attention because of the matter, I would like to tell you a small story. If you can see the photograph. And in this, there's this small girl, which I think it was 4 or 5 years old in Rahuri. And on that particular day, Shri Mataji had asked that all the families staying there, they were blessed actually to take a picture with Shri Mataji. And a professional photographer was invited to take this picture. And I was there with my 2 brothers and my parents. And but before going to take that picture, a few minutes before, Uncle Gregoire had given me a box of sweeties, and which were in my hand. And when they asked me, you have to come for the photograph, I said, okay. I took that box and I went there. They said, no, you have to open your hands. You have to, in meditative pose you have to be, and you have to take the picture. So my mother said, you should keep your box there somewhere, So I kept somewhere, but if you see the picture, all of them, they are looking at the photographer, including Shri Mataji. I'm the only one who is looking at the box of the sweets. And this is how the matter, overpowers us. So maybe that was it was an innocent, a child's attention, but this is what happens to us, that we all the time we think what I'm going to eat, where I'm going to do, what is my style, where I'm going to sleep. So these matter that overpowers us and creates a physical bindings, physical habits which distract our attention. And Shri Mataji says that these are all asahaj methods. It is not sahaj. So you have to have your physical bringing presence, the body has to be clean, has to be beautiful, has to be soft, kind, has to be elegant and dignified, as you are worshipper of the Adi Shakti. And your gross habits, your old life has to be chiseled out, is to be finished. So you have to fix your attention from gross to the subtle being. The subtle being only can enjoy, not the gross. So then we have emotional bindings, like she says that we always, emotionally we are attached to someone. She's my sister, this is my child, my husband, my wife, and we are emotionally attached to everyone. And but we don't enjoy. So Shrimataji says that we have to sit down and see why I'm not enjoying myself. We don't enjoy ourselves really, but because we are attached, we are bound to something or someone, and our attention is always outside on those relations, on those emotions. So the emotional enjoyment, she says that which you regard as something very important, are also to weigh in the dimension of your attention and the subtleties. And in one of the programs, she says that one of the worst habits the human beings have is to see the watch. She says, it's so painful to me when I'm talking, people see the watch. I just can't bear it, because now you are beyond time, beyond space. What are you going to do by saving time? What you have done so far? That shows your priorities. Your priorities must change, and you can change them easily once you start enjoying yourself. And she says that once you have tasted the nectar of divine love, then you are not going to drink dirty water. So first, taste the nectar of divine love. And after emotional bindings, we have also spiritual bindings, which we can say that our spiritual bindings so-called are that we are Hindus, we are Muslims, we are Christians, we are vegetarians, we are non-vegetarians. So all these bindings also disturb our attention. In a speech, Attention and Joy, in 1977, Mother says that I thought by giving you self-realization, you will immediately see your value. And you will think that you are something great, and that you have got this realization, the Sakshatkar. But it is not. And you start compromising with the gross things in life. And she says, this happens to the elder ones. When I give them realization, talk about Kundalini and chakras, they don't enjoy it, but they will go in the bookshop or somewhere. They will see what Kundalini is. They will start thinking on it. The attention again goes outside to know more, but they don't enjoy the best, the blissful thing that they got. Instead, she says, if I give realization to small children, they fall asleep because they don't think and they enjoy their self-realization. So she says to settle down our attention, you should start putting your attention on to beautiful things and finally towards God. The best way is to put your eyes on Mother Earth. Concentrating on the Mother Earth is the best way. When you are walking, keep your eyes on Mother Earth. If somebody is talking to you, keep your eyes on Mother Earth. You see, then you will absorb everything better and you will be stationed better. Because that's the problem. Many times we have good attention, but then it is not stationed. So she says that Mother Earth is the one with her gravity. She gives us stability so that attention can be stabilized by putting our attention on Mother Earth. So while we are talking of this, it's not a kind of, we didn't want that this becomes like a lecture or a seminar, but we can say it's a workshop where we really, let us see within ourselves, where is our attention? Is it in the present? Or are we thinking of something happened in the past? Or what we'll do after this program? Is our attention on our spirit within ourselves in the present? Or we are disturbed because we are not sitting properly, we didn't have our lunch, or it's very hot, we are thirsty. Mother says that the spirit enjoys. It is beyond matter and materialism, beyond these physical bindings. And it enjoys each and every second. So let us try to put our attention. Let us try to see it. Then there are moments of attention. In Guru Puja in 1995, she says that in these modern times, the confusion is the worst, and because of that, our attention is all the time outside, and it is attacked by outside negative energy. It gets entangled, like a river flowing straight into the ocean can get lost in a barren place. In the same way, this attention, which has to go towards the divine, gets flitted away and is vanished. This weak attention cannot take you towards the divine. So there are moments of attention. So when attention is on the left side, or when it goes on the right, or in the center. So when attention is on the left side, it usually, as we know, that left side is formed of also tamoguna and the past. So when it gets, our attention is muddled up with the left side problems, then it is muddled up with fear, with pain, with unhappiness, with past memories. She says then it becomes, we get hopelessness, dejection. And you may go into a complete state of entropy, you can call it, or a state where you are separated from yourself into a complete frozen state. And instead, when the attention goes on the right side, on the future or Rajoguna, then you indulge too much on the right side and you start getting elated, excited, or over-dominating. You go to aggression on the right-hand side and you become completely heated up. Mother says that in the beginning, the color of the left side is blue. It starts changing to black when we go too much on the left side. And while on the right-hand side, in the beginning, it is yellow, light yellow color. You can say golden, but then from yellow, it becomes orange and then red. And instead, when the attention is in the central channel, in the present, so Mother says when the attention is kept in the center, as it is a very sensitive point, attention doesn't stay there. So we have to do abhyas, which means continuous practice. For example, she says if we use fire, the fire is not in balance, so that fire can burn if it is too much, it can burn our house. If it is too low, it can give smoke. But if it is balanced, then that fire we can use for cooking, and also the enlightening part or the light part of the fire. So we can use that light, that fire, to offer during the pujas. So it depends on you, how you use your left, right, and center. And she says that even in Sattva Guna, when you rise, you can go much worse in that condition also. Because if you start saying, I'm trying to Sattva Guni, I'm trying to be charity, I'm trying to see everything, discriminating, but it is through understanding. So Sattva Guna again is the quality of the mind. So it is understanding mind and not through vibrations. So it is again the mental activity. So the best is to go above Sattva, Raja and Tamoguna and to become Gunatit. Then types of attention. Mother says that there are 4 types of attention. Again, the lecture Attention in Dollis Hill, London, 26 May 1980. She says that we have 4 types of attention, human beings. First is a cunning, then negative, then stupid and idiotic, and then concentrated attention. So let us try to see how this attention gets, disturbed or distracted by these kinds of habits that we have. So first one is the cunning attention, and she says that it is mostly developed in ego-oriented society, or anyhow in ego-oriented people develop it, and which are very extremely calculating. Due to this attention, anything you see it from cunning angle. With this kind of attention, you start thinking, what advantage I can take out of this? How much money I can save? It would be cheaper this way. If I go this way, I will save time. So she says, you save pounds, save time, save everything. You have to save your own self, your attention. So the attention, she says, which is cunning, is the worst attention, because the cunningness also cheats yourself. It is cunning also with you. So it is important to not waste up important attention on calculating and saving, as you are realized souls and your attention is very precious and extraordinary. Then the second type is a negative attention. And in this, she says that this attention which focuses on disaster, on misery, on mishaps. This type of attention always goes on the negative things. Like in the morning, you read the newspaper and you go on, you see the negative things. Your attention goes to find where the disaster is, within and without. So she says, such people should always keep a mirror. They should keep themselves in front of mirror and feel elevated. You are a Sahaj Yogi. And in the mirror, when you see, you should see me, Shrimataji, and not yourself. So the reflection should be of me, of something that is ideal before you. So you should create those images of your mother, which you should see in the emotions and rise. This is how you control second type of attention. Then the third one is of two types, stupid and idiotic attention. So the stupid attention, she says, it comes from the cunning attention, from the first one. And the idiotic comes from the second one, that is negative. Anyhow, she says that there's two kinds of attention, both in Indian language, there is only one word, especially in Marathi, it is called as a murkha attention. So that's something we should avoid. And then the fourth one is concentrated attention. So Mother says that those who have concentrated attention, these people, they lead a life of concentration. They are working all the time, they are hardworking, they are concentrated on their work, they may be very successful people in their office, in job, or the housewives, they are concentrated on their children, family, or husband who looks after the family. So with their concentration, they do many things, but at certain point, this attention, it becomes immobile attention, very immobile, like a plastic, or you can call it like a rubber. And they just cannot get out of it. So they enjoy what they are doing, but they cannot enjoy really the joy of creativity, because the attention is very much concentrated. Then the next is a penetrating attention. So Shrimataji says that we have to get over all these kind of four attentions that we have. So let us see in which category we are, or by Mother's grace, we are above all that. And if it is there something, let us pray, Mother, please take away all cunningness from my attention, all negative attitude, all that is stupid and idiotic within me. And too much concentrated attention, Mother, please absorb it and bless me with penetrating attention, with enlightened attention. And Mother says that penetration of the attention starts by your meditation and sustenance of the meditation. Only through that we can achieve that penetrating attention. So now we'll see a small clip of Shmataji's speech where she talks about the importance of meditation. Even the clip is named as the role of attention, but she talks about the importance of meditation. Till then, let us keep our attention within ourselves. Let's bring it on Sahasrara. Maybe there is some technical problem. Till then, can we all bring our attention on Shmataji and let us pray her. Shmataji, you are the one who gives nourishment to our attention. You are the one who gives satisfaction in our attention. And you are the one who gives us peaceful attention. Salutations to you, O Devi, again and again, who resides in all human beings as inner peace. Shanti Rupena. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai, Namastasyai, Namastasyai Namo Namaha. Salutations again and again, who gives complete satisfaction, who resides within us as a satisfaction. Tushti Rupena. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Tushti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai, Namastasyai, Namastasyai Namo Namaha. And Pushti Rupena, the one who nourishes our attention with her divine love. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Pushti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai, Namastasyai, Namastasyai Namo Namaha.
Where is our attention, we should see? We are meditating, take it deep down into yourself. That's a meditative mood. Keep yourself there. And after meditation, you just get up silently, sit for a while. I think best would be to have your food first and then meditate, if that is so. If you think that is proper. But I think if you have to get now into that new triggering, as I told you, into that new jumping that we have to do in Sahaja Yoga. If you have to catch that train, then you hurry up. You have to change all these ideas. You have had many houses, you have had many wives, many children in your previous life. You never had your realization. Now you have got it. So now, just every individual, every one of you, should not think of others, think of yourself. I have to do it. I have to get it. I have to work it out. This is what you have to do. Why should I miss it? It's a chance of many lives. The chance of many lives. And that's how you can jump over, work it out. We had lots of people in Australia, and if they had worried about themselves as to what I have done for Sergio. So in the morning, you just decide what I'm going to do for Sergio and myself. In the evening, what have I done for myself and what have I done for Sergio. Myself doesn't mean selfishness, but for my ascent. Every day, you start a diary and write it down. You face yourself. No excuses, nothing. If you are left behind, what can we do? We can't help it. That is how you'll find all kinds of blessings will come to. You'll be able to save money, you'll be able to save time, you'll get good jobs. All your problems can be solved if you really surrender yourself to that Parama Chaitanya. Everything can be done. But as long as you have this narrow-mindedness and these narrow ideas about yourself, till then it won't work out. This drop has to become one with the ocean. Then ocean takes over.
So coming back to the attention, Shrimataji says at Caxton Hall, London in 79, save your attention by putting it on the God. So you have to first save your attention. And by concentrating your attention, you can save your attention. And regarding the concentration, I would like to share a story, which is actually from very beautiful story from Mahabharata. So we all know that Guru Dronacharya, he was the master, he was guru of Kauravas and Pandavas both. And he was teaching them Yuddha Shaili, that is the skills of military, we can say. And once Dronacharya placed a wooden bird on a branch of a tree and decided to take a simple test. So he gathered all his students and asked them to strike the eye of the wooden bird, which was placed on the branch of the tree, but at the other bank of the river. So it was a bit far away. But before letting them set their arrows loose, he asked each one of them a question. And he asked, "What do you see there?" So each one of them replied. Someone said, "I see a wooden bird, then the branch, then the tree, other trees, and the river." So Dronacharya asked them all to lay down their bow and arrow and not to strike the eye. When it was Arjuna's turn, Dronacharya asked him, "Arjuna, what you can see?" And he said, "Guru Dev, I can see only the eye of the bird. I don't see branches, the leaves, the river, the tree. But I can see the eye." And this is what is the concentrated attention. What is our aim? It is called as a laksha in India. So laksha is also aim. So what is your aim in your life? Which is your laksha? And also it means a concentrated attention. In Marathi they say laksha kuthe. Where is your attention? Is also the same. So it is a concentrated attention. And regarding this, Mother says, then how do you save your attention? Is through concentration. Concentrate. Try to concentrate. Don't allow your constant attention to wobble. Gradually, you will develop concentration. You can watch my photograph. It is the best. And concentrate. Bring it in your heart. Let it be integrated in your heart. Mother says, you are very lucky people. You don't have to build a photograph. It is already there. You have to just stick to it. It's a complete avlambana. Means just a dependence. You have to become dependent on my photograph. So for you, she says that it's complete dependence, and for me is a load of joy. So this is how we can concentrate our attentions. So right now also, let us bring Mother's photo in our heart. And let us pray, Mother, our only desire is to become one with you. Please give us that avlambana. We depend on you, Mother. As you are the doer, you do everything. We don't do anything. Please bless us with that complete awareness and attention. Then, usually it happens that our attention moves. So how to purify your attention? She says it's through Chitta Nirodha. And Chitta Nirodha means, where is your attention? She says that your attention should not be on saving material things and not worldly things. But your attention itself must be saved. Ask question, where is my attention? For a Sahaja Yogi, the most important thing is you must save your attention. It is called as Chitta Nirodha. Nirodha, it's a saving of attention. So ask question, where is it going? It is such a precious thing for me. Where is it running? So let us ask this question. Where is my attention? What are my priorities? Now we can watch a clip from the public program, The Spirit, Houston, USA, 1981.
Not only after realization you can prove God, but you can show His miracles. The second thing, the nature of spirit, is that He's Chitta, He's the attention. He's the attention means when you become spiritually enlightened, your attention becomes enlightened. Now enlightenment, what we understand of these lights is that the lights are falling here and we can see things, that's all. But this attention which is being enlightened, it works. It has got loops. It has got weapons. It works. You have to see for yourself how your attention works. Today, there was somebody who went and told one of the Sahaja Yogini that I was sitting there and I was getting all negative thoughts and was feeling horrible in my hands, and I don't know why it was happening in the program. So she said, here you have come to pay attention to mother and to her work and pay attention to your spirit. But if you are paying attention to all the rest of the people here, then you are going to pass. It's a very simple thing. Where is your attention? Ask this question. This is a very common question in an Indian home. A mother will ask the child, where is your attention? The basis of Indian life is Chitta Nirodha, is to fix your attention in a proper way. Where is your attention? Is it on your spirit, or is it on somebody else? Like my brother is sitting here, my mother is sitting there, oh, that woman is very bad, she is jealous of me, all this nonsense. Where is your attention? When you get realized, then you start seeing through the window of the spirit. Your position changes. As you are looking at me now, then you come back here and start looking at you this way. Till you are realized, you are sitting before me. But once you are realized, you come here and see others. From there, that's your foot. Nobody can touch you there. From there you see others. Your attention is detached. So the attention becomes enlightened after realization. You pay attention to anything, it works. It does work, no doubt. You try. Those who have got realization should try. Try your attention. But attention has to be pure. You have to purify your attention. And the best way to purify it is to keep your Agya Chakra open.
So regarding the pure attention, as she says, that you have to keep the Ajna Chakra open. And as we know that our eyes are also controlled by Ajna Chakra. So Mother says that if attention works through your eyes, if it is impure, adharmic, it can go to the wrong things. Attention moves to wrong things. But if once the attention is pure, then you don't see the wrong things. You don't see dirt and filth. So this is how, through clearance of Ajna Chakra, you can have pure attention. Then the next is a higher and enlightened attention. So how we can have the higher attention, how to bring it higher and higher. And in Mahalakshmi Puja at Kolhapur in 1983, Mother says, gives this example. She says that this is the Mahalakshmi principle which gives us our ascent. And also regarding the attention, she says that her father was used to give her an example that if a wheat is spread on the ground, it will be lost. It will be spread out like here and there, and it will lost. But if you put it in a bag, it will rise in height naturally. It will have maryadas. It will rise and it will go higher and higher. So through concentration and through praying, we can ask for this scattered attention through Mahalakshmi principle, if it can ascend and go higher and higher. So here also we can see a small clip of Mataji's video.
But if your attention goes higher, say my attention is, I'm only nothing but charity. I mean, what am I? It just flows. You just become the charity. So the difference between
a person who is realized and not realized is this, that the attention which was giving myth as reality to you is gone now, is gone higher. It can see that it is myth. Attention can clearly see that it is myth, and you can see that yourself and you can remove yourself. That, of course, I have to give you a push, no doubt, and I'm working hard on that to give you a push. But you should also know that mythical things must be dropped. Otherwise you will not grow. All mythical things must be dropped down. And the best way to do it is to be in thoughtless awareness. Because as soon as you transcend these three gunas, you become thoughtlessly aware. You have to cross Agya. Once you cross Agya, these three gunas, absolutely you go into a state where you are gunatit, you are beyond gunas. So you do not deliberately do anything, but it just works out. So now for you, because you are enlightened now, is to understand that our attention has to move higher and higher, at a higher space. Now actually what has happened in realization? Your Kundalini has risen and has come out. Just like you can say a small thin hair, one hair, and that has broken your sastra. And now the grace is flowing. But it's a very small movement that has taken place, of course, which is a very difficult movement, no doubt, but it has taken place. Now, you have not expanded like this. Your chakras are only pierced in the center. But the rest of the attention is still intact. Actually, it is so intact that you don't even feel that it is pierced. Now you have to expand that. Open it out so that more strands of Kundalini can rise. And your attention, which is in these centers, expands. By expansion, it drives out all that is mythical on the sides. On every center, we have our attention, which is being enlightened in the center, through this light passing through.
So, as Mother says that more strands of Kundalini pass through our chakras, they enlarge it, and our attention expands. So how to make this attention, which is enlightened, subtler? It says it's only through bhakti. Through bhakti, you can pray to Mother Kundalini, Mother, please enlighten my chakras, pierce them, and bless me with subtle, higher, enlightened attention. And Mother says, if attention is positive, then the whole situation becomes positive. So put your attention fully towards divine, pull it out, completely towards it, so that there is no attention left towards the gross side. If that gross attracts your attention, means you have lost sense of your understanding that you are a Sahaja Yogi. Again, in the speech, Attention and Joy in Bodhi 1977, Mother says that first thing happens to you is that your attention becomes subtler. Attention becoming subtler means you start understanding deeper things. For example, a bird can see a flower, but cannot feel the beauty of a flower. And an unrealized person can see the beauty of a flower, but cannot see the vibrations of flower. So you become subtler, your attention becomes subtler. You definitely are at a higher evolutionary stage than the other people are. The attention of a Saj Yogi should be so subtle that he should feel the vibrations. He should think of vibrations. He should eat vibrations, drink vibrations, and enjoy them. So if our attention is enlightened, then we can see everything clearly. But is only possible if you touch that spirit within you, that light within you. So you are attention, you are Chit, but unenlightened one. So human attention has reached a certain stage of development, but it is not yet enlightened. I say it is not, but it has to be enlightened, and for which you should all ask for. So can we all, with our attention in our heart, in the pit of heart in Sahasrara, we bring it there. All with our desire, love that we have in our heart, and bhakti. And let us all together pray to the Divine Mother. O Mother, we ask, we humbly pray and desire for the enlightened attention which you have described as the attention, enlightened and pure attention is the God. O Mother, please allow us to enter in the realm of God. Let attention of all of us at Sahasrara become one with the Mahachitta, with your divine attention, so that this attention, this body, this mind, these emotions can become the enlightened channels of your divine love. Mother, please take our attention above Ajna Chakra in thoughtless awareness. And as Shri Mataji says, attention is God, and God is love. So Mother, please let me feel love. Love for myself, love for others, and love for the divine. In true sense. Please let me feel peace, bliss, joy, and love.
And how it works? Through your attention. It works with me, as you know. With my attention, I work out many things. How? Just my attention has become thoughtless. Just thoughtless. It goes wherever it goes, it works. But if you put your attention for thought all the time, for thinking, then it doesn't do the work that it is supposed to do. Attention works marvelously if you are thoughtless, otherwise it doesn't. So it has to rise from your own self, then from others, to the higher level of humanity, where you are in communication with the sky, which we can call it as the Tanmatra, or the essential or the essence of ether. With ether, you can have television, you can have telephone. It's a miracle otherwise. But with this Tanmatra, sitting down here, you can do the job. It works. Just attention works. I know that. You also know very well. You don't have to ask me to put the attention. You just put the attention and it will work. It's a very important thing that you have got. I think that is the first thing. Once you have, no problem. But we start manifesting from the earth element, then from the Agni element, then from the Jala element, and then we come to Tejas. The face starts shining. But lastly, we get this thoughtless awareness by which our attention is absolutely free to do some special work. But if you are all the time thinking, then for this attention is so busy, so very busy. You don't have to ask me then, Mother, please pay attention. You can pay attention and you can work it out. In this attention, you don't feel what you bought, what you are studying, what you are wearing, what others are doing. No, nothing. You are one with yourself. And it's a life full of humor. So much humor. So much of joy. So much of happiness. That you don't care for anything that normally people care for.
So, after this beautiful speech of our mother, actually our next point was practical advice, but it becomes so gross, actually. It's becomes so worldly as mother talks about the spirit and the essence of Tanmatras. So, the next is practical advice. Anyhow, we come to the gross on the physical level. And so the few practical advices from different speeches of Shrimataji are, so do not have too much of attention to food, cloth, or external appearance. This can help us in having the how to say, lighter attention. So keep watching what disturbs our attention. And of course, drinking hard, loud music affects our liver and void. So as attention comes from void, we should take care of this drinking, which harms our liver and takes us to adhogati. Then there is a combination of two kinds of livers, as Shrimati says that attention is sustained by the liver. So we can have either lethargic liver, so which is because of the right swadhisthana, combination of right swadhisthana and left nabhi, or otherwise we can have a hot attention, hot liver. So which it comes from excessive of the right side rajoguna. So for this, of course, eating very spicy food, fizzy drinks, too much of thinking, or medicines they create the heat in our liver. And from Sahaj point of view, the lack of attention, excessive thinking comes from that. So we should take to less non-vegetarian food, more carbohydrates, bitter and cooling, and instead for the lethargic liver, Mother suggests to take more proteins. And then sugar is the best for hot liver. So candy sugar or jaggery is very good. Then kokum or sabja seeds, they are cooling. And also cardamom, one of the spices, is very good for hot liver, and especially if it is silver coated. And we remember in many evening programs, Shrimataji would herself have the cardamom with the silver coated, but she would also offer to many yogis that cools down our liver and our attention. So these are few things that we can apply in our daily life. And then moonlight is, as we know, that is cooling. And Mother Earth, so meditating on Mother Earth, asking Mother Earth for her stability, gravity in our attention, it is a very good exercise. And then protocol. So one of the things regarding our attention is that whenever we do puja, meditations or havans, we have to remember that in the beginning we invite Shrimataji for our pujas, meditation and havan. And once we invite her, she's present there. Even in her Nirakara form, she's present there. So the same protocol should be followed as if she is in presence. And so, as Mother was saying in the lectures before, that our attention is always on the time, on the food, or the external things. But in this case, we have to bring our attention on our spirit and on Shrimataji. And as we put our loving attention, we have always loving attention for Shrimataji. In the same way, the intense loving attention should be given to all brothers and sisters in Sahaj and on those who are still seeking the truth. Then, as we are here for the Guru Puja weekend and we are worshipping our Guru, Sadguru, Guru Mata, Shrimataji, Nirmala Devi. So before we worship her as our Guru, we have to become our own Guru. And Mother says we can become Guru only when Kundalini touches the spirit. As we know that the spirit is our Guru. The spirit is avyakra, it is unattached. And the spirit can take us to the state of Guru. So just for a few minutes, let us bring our attention. Let us pray to Mother Kundalini. Mother, please come in our liver, in our attention. Mother, please cool down our liver. Take away all the excessive thinking, all our reactions, anger, arrogance, domination. Mother, please enlighten our attention. And as Shmataji says that when Kundalini gets awakened, she enlightens the spirit. And through the light of the spirit, the attention gets enlightened. So we bring our attention on our spirit. And here we pray to Mother Kundalini, Mother, please enlighten our spirit. Mother, please enlighten our spirit. Here we'll say the prayer for the spirit which Shmataji had suggested to Mahatma Gandhi to be recited in the morning in his ashrams. Pratar namami ruti sanspuradhatma tattvam sat chit sukham paramahamsagati turyam yat swapna jagar sushuptam vaiti nityam tad brahma nishkalam ham nachabhuta sangha. O Divine Mother, by your grace, I bow down to the principle which is pulsating all the time in my heart, which is Sat Chit and Sukham, which gives Ananda, and which allows us to enter in the Paramahamsa Gati, Turiya state. We bow to that spirit. And this spirit is present there, shining all the time. Even though if we are awake or sleeping, if we are in subconscious or even in unconscious state, it is always there pulsating and shining. And by your grace, Mother, I am that spirit, that Brahma, and I am not this Bhuta Sangha. I am not this body, mind, and emotions made up of Pancha Mahabhutas, of 5 elements. Let us bring our attention now from the heart, in the pita of heart, in Sahasrara. And here we touch the lotus feet of our Mother, all together. She wants all of us together. This is a collective yoga. All her children together. We bow to her. And we pray for that subtle, higher, enlightened attention which is auspicious, which is pure, which is holy, and which is loving. Mother, allow us to feel your love in our heart and in our Sahasrara. Let us meditate for a minute. Jai Shri Mataji. We can sing three great mantras of Sahasrara. Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunaatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Sahasra Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah Bolo Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Ki Jai. Jai Shri Mataji. We thank the Divine Mother for all her love, blessings, guidance. Thank you, Mother, for your protection, your love. Jai Shri Mataji.
We did not do anything.